18 this year.
Oh, it's time to get your vote ready then.
Yeah, finally. My parents are already like, now you better vote properly.
Yeah, once you're 18, suddenly it's like you're responsible for fixing the whole country.
You know what? Technically, voting is an important democratic responsibility.
Wow, listen to this girl.
Relax, bro. I see a topper is about to give us a lecture.
I'm not lecturing or anything, but we literally studied this.
Here we go.
Freedom of speech, fundamental right under Article 19 of Constitution of India.
Of course, you remember the article number 2.
Bro probably remembers the page number as well.
Do you guys remember what Sir said? If a law violates fundamental rights, courts can strike it down under Article 13.
Biro actually memorized the whole constitution.
And citizens can go to Supreme Court using Article 32 of Constitution of India.
Okay, wait, hold on. So, we vote and choose the government. The government makes the laws, but the courts decide if those laws are valid or not. So, who actually holds the real power in a democracy?
The Great Filter. Imagine the Constitution is a high security building. Article 13 is the security guard standing at front door. Its job to make sure no law enters our legal system that harms our fundamental rights. Clause 2 of Article 13 implicitly says that the state shall not make any law which takes away our or abridges by Part 3. If the Parliament passes a law today that says people are no longer allowed to speak freely, Article 13 kicks in. It declares that law void to the extent of inconsistency. It initially gives birth to the power of judicial rights, allowing the court to strike down unconstitutional law. So remember, Article 13 isn't just a rule, it's the shield to keep our freedom intact from overreach of power. Article 30. Article 32. The heart and the soul. What is a right if it can't actually use it? It's just a ink on a paper. That's where Article 32 comes in, the most important article in the entire Constitution. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar called it the heart and the soul because Article 32 gives you the right to go straight to the Supreme Court if your fundamental rights are violated. You don't have to wait years in lower courts. It works through 5 special orders called rights. A soul without Article 32, our rights would be a body without a soul. Its ultimate guarantee that justice isn't just a dream, it's the right.
326 of the Constitution of the India, the power of the vote. This article basically says that every adult citizens of our country has right to vote. Once you are turned to 18, your voice becomes the part of the country's decision making. It doesn't matter if you are poor or rich, you are stranger or famous, every vote counts are the same. Through elections, the people of our country can decide who will rule the government. So, if any kind of law is made or the power is used, it actually begins with the people choosing their leader. In a way, this article reminds us the democracy starts with a single vote.
Building on this idea, Article 326 also lays down certain conditions to ensure that the voting process remains fair and responsible. To be eligible to vote, a person must be a citizen of India, must be 18 years or older, and must not be disqualified under any law. This Disqualification may include situations such as being declared of unsound mind by a court, involvement in corrupt practices, or other legal restrictions. An important historical point is that the vote age was not always 18. It was earlier 21st year, but it was reduced to 18 by the 61st Constitution Amendment Act 1988. This change gave more power to the youth and allowed them to actively participate in shaping the nation's future. Article 326 reflects the true spirit of equality in a democracy. It ensures that factors like religion, caste, gender, education, or wealth do not affect a person's right to vote. Every citizen stands equal when it comes to choosing their representative. This article also places a sense of responsibility on us as citizens. Voting is not just a right but also a duty. It is a way for people to express their opinions, support good leadership, and bring positive change in society. When citizens vote wisely, they contribute to building a strong and countable government. And when more people participate in election, democracy became more meaningful and effective. Therefore, Article 326 is not just about the right to vote, but about empowering every individual to take part in the government.
Article 19 of the Constitution of India, the right to speak and question. The article gives citizens some of the most important freedoms: freedom of speech and expression. It means you can share your opinions, discuss, and talk about the issues that matter. In democracy, you are not expected to stay silent. Instead, they encourage you to question, discuss, and debate.
Article 19 is one of the most important parts of the Constitution of India. It guarantees 6 fundamental freedoms to Indian citizens. These freedoms are essential for democracy because they allow individuals to express themselves and participate actively in society. The 6 freedoms under Article 19 are: first, freedom to assemble peacefully. Citizens can gather peacefully without weapons, example, peaceful protest or public meetings. Second, freedom to form association or unions. You can form groups, clubs or organization. Example, political parties, NGOs, student unions. Third, freedom of movement. You can move freely throughout the territory of India. Example, traveling from Chhattisgarh to Delhi without restrictions. Fourth, freedom to reside and settle anywhere. You can live in any part of India. Example, choosing to settle in Mumbai or Bangalore. Fifth, freedom to practice any profession. You can choose any job, business or profession. Example, becoming a doctor, engineer or starting a startup. Reasonable restrictions. These freedoms are not absolute. The government can impose restrictions for valid reasons like national security, public order, friendly relation with foreign countries. Example, hate speech or violence is not allowed. Why Article 19 matters? Because it protects individually liberty, ensures the democracy functions properly.
Dear guys, imagine this.
What?
Let's say tomorrow the government suddenly makes a rule that nobody can protest or complain about a new law.
Bruh, people complained about everything. That would actually never work.
Also, it probably wouldn't even survive constitutionally.
Here comes the teacher's pet.
No, seriously, freedom of speech and expression exists under Article 19 of Constitution of India.
But government still makes laws, right?
Yeah, but if a law violates fundamental rights, it can become void because of Article 13.
So, if someone challenges it, then
They can approach the Supreme Court using Article 32 of Constitution of India.
wait, that's actually wild. So, we vote for leaders, leaders make the laws, but the constitution sets the limits, and the courts make sure that those limits aren't being crossed.
So maybe democracy isn't about one side having the power.
Maybe the constitution is designed in such a way so that nobody gets too much power.
Come to think of it, it's kind of pretty well balanced. In a democracy, we are told the power lies with the people. But does it really? Or is that just something we have been taught to believe? Every day, we see debates, arguments, endless noise, voices fighting to be heard. But in all that chaos, is anything actually changing? We look at the government, the parliament, the courts, massive systems built on laws, decisions that shape millions of lives. It feels like power lives there, untouchable, distant, out of our reach. But what about us, the people, the ones who choose, who react, who watch everything unfold, and sometimes say nothing at all? Power isn't just held, it's allowed. And every choice we make, every moment we stay silent, decides where that power goes. Not just the government, not just the courts, not just the constitution. Power begins with us.